Welcome to the Play Rated Games podcast, episode number...
I don't remember.
I'm fucking lost, dude. I don't know, 5 or 6 or something like that. I'll look it up after. Today, we actually have, a better camera, and a slightly better camera, and we also have a microphone right there. We have 2, but we didn't have the time to figure out how to get it all working and functioning properly.
We'll do that next time.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. Fucking extra microphones and shit. But yeah, we'll clip on mics next time. We'll find we're gonna build a stage. We're trying to find a good spot for us to like have some props, have some like gamer memorabilia, knickknacks. Phil's got a lot of that shit. And anyway, go visit the site PlayRatedGames.com.
Yes, please.
Give me your hand. PlayRatedGames.com. Right here.
There's nothing there.
No, it's right there. You don't see it?
Oh, no,
Look
no,
at it. Touch it. Touch it.
Okay, now I do.
Yeah. That's the site you got to go to. Do it now.
Please. Thank you.
And yeah, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my travel vlog. If you like to game and also explore the real world map with me, Mikhail, and occasionally Phil, whenever he wants to, visit Globetrotting Guido. Subscribe. Hell yeah. Today.
Anyway, proceed, please.
So today we're doing and I came up with a list right here. The title, as you can probably read, is that it's called Where's My Wife? So we were playing Silent Hill 2 earlier as a Let's Play. It's the first series we're doing. But it got me thinking, there's a lot of games where the sole objective is to just find your wife.
Or girlfriend.
Or girlfriend.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I was going to say, like, Bandicoot, you're trying to find your little sister, but let's keep it to wives or girlfriends. So our dipshit asses,
That's why you need a camera.
Yeah, we forgot to put his phone that we're recording off of, because his is newer than mine. We forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb, and his wife called and interrupted the recording. But we have the audio, so we're good, because the new mic. So this is our savior.
Yes, our Lord and Savior.
Thank you, little guy. But so we'll upload the audio, and we know for next time we'll start recording with an actual camera.
Yes, we filmed this on a phone. We need an actual camera.
Technically, every time has been an improvement though, because we went from laptop to like my phone to now your phone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that game Bionic Commando.
That game's terrible.
On the PS3. No, it was alright.
No, it's not. You'll just have to fuck it. No.
Again, yeah. Spencer, there's no way out. You'll just have to fuck it.
What?
So that was a Where's My Wife scenario, because it turns out your bionic arm that you use to swing around the game like Spider-Man, that's actually your wife.
How?
What do you mean? I was perfectly clear just now.
So what? They grinded her up and put her in like computer chips? Like what?
She's a shake weight now.
Whatever.
Nah, basically, they merged her consciousness with your bionic mechanical arm.
You know, I've never played it.
The reason they did this is because I don't fucking remember. It was forever ago, and who cares? I do remember it was a really stupid twist at the end.
I've never played it, nor do I intend to.
I hope they bring it back. I kind of like that game.
No, you don't.
It was pretty fun.
No, you don't.
I just remember like there's a prompt during one of the final bosses where you're fighting the German guy, and he's like just monologuing the shit out of you, and you have a prompt to go, "Oh, would you shut the fuck up?" It was great.
Yeah. Yes. I'd say the first game to have this subject, Jumpman.
Yes. Or Donkey Kong, right?
Yeah, or Donkey Kong, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta say, was she called Peach in the original? Was she called Peach in the original?
Princess Peach? Was she always Princess Peach? I don't know.
Well, you save Princess Peach or Toadstool, I think, either or.
Bitch.
And
yeah.
basically, yeah, you have to save her from a big giant monkey.
Yeah, you gotta save that bitch in the pink dress.
Yes.
But yeah, Mario is always a classic example.
Yes, the damsel. I mean, not to turn this whole thing into a debate, the whole notion of a damsel in distress is sometimes considered an outdated aspect of gaming, but we're not here to talk about that. We're just here to talk about the ones that utilize that story element and utilize it well.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Jumpman or Donkey Kong doesn't really have a story. It's just more of an objective.
So Silent Hill 2, I'm going in spoiler free. I actually don't know.
A game that's over 20 years old at this point, he does not know the twist.
I don't know, bro. But
spoiler alert, aliens.
Aliens, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, Mario is classic, and they don't really change it up much, except for in Mario Odyssey, when like you're fighting Bowser on the moon or whatever. And it's and then at the end, when you finally beat him, Peach is like, you know what? I've had enough of this kidnapping and you two fighting over me bullshit. You know?
So what does she do?
It gets a little repetitive. I think she actually is like, I choose neither of you.
Good.
Yeah. I was like, they actually did something a little different this time.
It sounds like a really toxic angle, and frankly, I'd get tired of that too, man. I would get tired of that too.
Just that same formula. It's just like, you know, you're not Bowser. You know, Mario's gonna come kick your ass again, and in one way or another. And
yes, but it's so weird. So I guess you could say the same thing for Zelda. I mean, that's not his wife, but it's his girlfriend.
Yeah, but Zelda's like more recently, and I still haven't played through Breath of the Wild, but like she's become more of a playable character, I think.
But the point is that Link's always trying to save the princess.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's what I always find really amazing is that basically they've made the same game in terms of narrative over like 30 times at this point. How do people not get like, you know, fatigued with that? Like, how do people not find that woefully repetitive?
Because it's simple story, complex characters is what Neil Druckmann says. I know from Naughty Dog. I know a lot of people like to shit on that guy, but he is right when it comes to storytelling. Like the guy knows what he's doing when it comes to anyway. Not to be too spicy.
He could have fallen off a bit, but that's not the point. The point is that
I agree with that sentiment, though.
But the thing is, like, I mean, I haven't really played any, so you got to talk to me like I'm, you know, because I don't know anything about Zelda. Like,
well, I'm not like a connoisseur. I've played Ocarina like as a kid.
I was about to say, because it's just like, how really in depth and enriched are the narratives? Isn't it mostly just like exploration and objective based?
And then like every game is so like loosely connected. Yeah. Somehow there's actually a whole book called the Zelda Timeline, I think, where it's like
my friend Chandler, shout out to you, Chandler, I would actually know all about that.
Hey Chandler, whoever you are.
He read all the graphic novels when we were out to sea.
He was that bored, huh?
You like Zelda, you could tell you the ins and outs of it, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zelda, I can't really comment on that game. Like, I watched my friend play it.
Let's do a game you have played. Resident Evil 7. Where's my wife? Ethan Winters, right?
She's at the bottom. She's in a basement, locked in a cage with some deranged, cannibalistic rednecks.
Arguably the weakest part of that whole game. No, I mean like when you actually... Spoiler alert.
Dude,
Spoilers.
The game's over 10 years old.
I know, but I still like to say that.
It's almost... It came out in 2017, right?
When do spoilers become like...
I'd say a year.
A year?
You know what?
I don't think that's fair,
2 years then.
Because like, if you've never watched Sopranos, and I want to watch that show with you.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to spoil everything.
No, but here's the thing: like, if I'm walking around and
that show ended like 20 years ago.
If I overhear someone spoil it, in like let's say a supermarket, I have no right to be upset. It's been over for years.
No, I think you should kick their ass.
No. So that's why I put it. It sucks, but if something is that old and it's spoiled, you have no right to be upset about it. None whatsoever.
I mean, some things are just so fucking like in the popular pop culture zeitgeist now.
I kid you. I think I might have mentioned this in a previous episode. I kid you not. There was somebody in my division who didn't know Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father.
Yeah, and I think we did say that last time.
I'm like, can you imagine what it's been like to hear that? He's like, yo, dude, why'd you like?
What the fuck, man?
I'm like, dude, that movie's over 40 years old.
Well, the people who were watching the prequels first. God knows why.
But the thing, like, people quote that line.
Like, what?
People who don't even watch the movies quote that line.
Yeah.
Luke, I am your father.
I know.
So, no.
They just didn't put two and two together.
Whatever. But anyway, back on track. Resident Evil 7, yes, it is basically just... Initially, it starts off as the whole damsel in distress story, but then it kind of morphs into something more. You know, like with the whole...
Pretty much all of them, except for, like, I guess Mario do that.
All of them?
Well... It's still like key objective in every Mario game, even like not even just the 3D Mario games, like Paper Mario. It's like Yeah, I'm trying to rescue the princess.
What about Mario? Not Odyssey. Waterworld.
Sunshine?
Yeah, that one.
Yes. I mean, that's the only one where
Mario
Bowser actually
Water
talks. Mario's Water World. I mean, is that like the water park in the fucking new Nintendo Land?
No, it's the crossover where he goes to. Yeah, they put Mario in that god awful Kevin Costner movie. It was supposed to be Mad Max on the water.
I would like to go to the Nintendo World when I go visit Japan, and I wonder if there's any some sort of Mario Sunshine
No, dude, that's like everyone's least favorite. You're the only one who likes it.
We'll see. We'll see in the comments. Is anyone with me on this?
Anyway, we're getting a little off track. Point being, in Resident Evil 7, it's supposed to be like, you rescue your wife, but then it unravels into something more because, you're wondering like what's going on with the family, what's going on with all these mutants, and trying to get to the bottom of that. But I would say that, again, the game's almost 10 years old. Do we really have to walk around spoilers at this point?
Spoilers for Resident Evil 7. Go.
No, it's just like in a strange way, I actually kind of don't. In a strange way, I kind of wish they did stick with the whole damsel in distress thing because, like, once it turns out she's actually like
a secret agent.
I felt like it kind of just
fell off a little bit.
It kind of felt like it got a little too silly.
Yeah, it started to feel like you weren't as vulnerable. Like you got this. You actually got you got a particular set of skills, but seriously,
it's just like Resident Evil 7.
Because I forget. I only played through it once. You do play as her for that chapter.
Yes, you do play as.
Yeah,
and
you switch over.
Honestly, I think the ship part is like the worst part of that game.
I didn't think it was bad, but it was like the game went from excellent to just good.
Yes, like it keeps it from being a 10.
It was a bit of a drop, yeah.
Like honestly, I think the first 2/3 of that game are phenomenal.
They're perfect.
And the last third is just good.
Yeah. Ethan Winters. He's just a dude.
It's like, and here's the thing, with Ethan Winters, like his whole thing, it should have ended with 7. He did not need to come back for 8.
Like, it could have been somebody else in Village.
It could have been someone completely different.
Yeah, and I love that game. I think that game was great.
I think Village, in terms of its atmosphere and aesthetics, is one of the greatest of the series. But it's just, I agree. Ethan didn't need to come back.
I feel you on that. Yeah, and I even like that DLC where you play as his daughter and she's older.
No, it's just like I feel like Ethan just like he worked better as an everyman, and then like when you try to tie him into this whole bigger ordeal, it seems like just another cliche Resident Evil game.
One of my favorite parts of Village was that chapter where I think you're putting the dolls together, and then there's that fucking monstrosity baby monster or whatever.
One thing that I didn't like about that is that it has the sole use of stealth in that game where you hide under a bed. At no point in the game before or after do you do that.
Yeah, that was a little superfluous.
It's just like hide under the bed. I'm like, you never do this before.
It was a little tacky, yeah.
It was. So
wait, when you were hiding from the baby?
Yeah.
I guess that was like they're trying to keep it like in theme there.
I don't know, like the baby itself was a really cool monster.
That was really cool design, yeah.
But the point is though, like the stealth mechanic behind it was
a little unnecessary.
It was very unnecessary.
But yeah, Resident Evil 7's a good one. The next one I got, you haven't played Gears of War, have you?
I have.
You played Gears of War too?
Yes.
You remember Dom looking for, the whole main objective for the first like half of that game is just, where's Maria?
Okay, so here's the thing. I only ever played through it once and at a friend's house. Once it's re-released on PlayStation, I'll play them all more thoroughly and meaningfully.
That one was tragic. I remember it was like that. When you finally find Maria, she's been so fucked up by the locusts and shit. When he first sees her, it's like he almost hallucinates. Like he's just seeing her almost like all angelic looking, and then he hugs her, and then Marcus looks at him like, "Damn, dude!" Like, and he looks at her again. She's all fucking like decrepit and dying, and he's like, "Oh my god, Maria!" It's actually really sad. And then
does Sonic Adventure 2 count? Well, no, not really, because
I don't remember.
Because Maria's already dead, and Shadow's not really on a like quest to save her.
That's another one. It's like, what about where you don't actually save the wife? Well, Maria, you actually have to Dom has to shoot her.
No, it's like the objective is to save her. Whether or not you actually accomplish it's another thing. But in Sonic Adventure 2, like, the girlfriend's already dead, so I guess it doesn't count. But you know what I thought was more tragic?
But was there any point where you have to like, your goal is to save your girlfriend or wife? In
one of the Sonic games, you have to save the princess, I think. I only ever saw the trailers and it looked really stupid.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Sonic game it was, but once you had Sonic simping over a human princess, I'm like, all right.
Wasn't that Sonic 06?
It might have
Like
been.
everything was terrible about that game.
I only played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
I played Sonic 06 a little bit.
And those games aren't even all that good, but they have a nostalgia factor for me. So,
but anyway, besides
actually, real quick, back to Gears.
Yeah.
You know what I thought was more tragic than Dom's wife?
Dom himself blowing himself up.
No. Take a guess.
Oh, Carmine?
The Carmine brothers,
It's
bro.
so sad. Especially I feel like Carmine in Gears of War 2.
Those were
That was a really good game.
Those were my favorite characters in Gears of War, the Carmine brothers.
Yeah, he was like Kenny from South Park.
No, it's just like every time, just they have to die in
First
like
one, fucking
increasingly like horrendous ways.
Well, I mean, it only happens twice, and then the third one, I forget what the fake out was. Like he didn't actually die, but
No, I think fan demand like they actually like because
they did a poll.
They're like, no, please keep him.
And I'm sure like the original idea was they were probably gonna bring him back anyway, but they just did that for like fun, like
How lonely do you think those family reunions are?
audience interaction. I mean, apparently there's a fourth one, Carmine, from what I remember.
Please leave him alone.
No, right?
Like the souls, like listen, 2 out of 4 are already gone, man. Just don't even take him.
Well, I hope like you said with Silent Hill, like all coming back. You hope that Blooper does 3 and 4. Like I hope now that Gears of War 1 is getting re-released on PlayStation.
Are all 3 getting released on PlayStation?
Just the first one at first, but I hope 2 and 3 do too, because
There's-
it's a solid trilogy.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about Gears as I do with Halo. It's like the first 3 are just,
It's all I need.
goated, and then 4 is like it's not a bad game, but it's unnecessary, and then 5 is dog shit. Same with Halo.
That bad?
Yeah, Gears 5 sucked.
Okay. So anyway,
There was no wife to save either.
Okay, so
Dom, you're blocking my shots.
the first game I ever played where you have to save your girlfriend was not Mario.
For me, it was Mario and Banjo-Kazooie, but it's your sister.
No, that's disgusting. That's a sister.
That's fucked up.
So real quick, the first game I ever played where you had to save your girlfriend was actually, I think, the first real video game I played. Period. Crash Bandicoot.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. You
No,
gotta save Woody.
Crash Bandicoot. Oh yeah, you have to save Tana.
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn, Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, save your girlfriend.
No, yeah, bro. I remember. Oh man.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Crash.
Yeah, the whole point is to
The
save.
whole you're right.
The whole story in the first game is to save your girlfriend.
You know what's another one that didn't really occur to me till now? Fucking Super Meat Boy.
I never played that game.
It's a good one, and they're doing a 3D one too. But yeah, Super Meat Boy, you're there to. The whole objective is to just save your meat girlfriend.
Yeah, it's like like Crash Bandicoot 1. It actually, I mean, it's the first. It actually has a pretty good lore. Like I think the Crash Bandicoot games actually have pretty decent lore to it. So basically, Dr. Neo Periwinkle Cortex wants to create an army of super animals, and basically he creates Crash Bandicoot to be like the colonel for his army. But he's an abject failure, so then basically Crash just runs out a window and he washes up on the beach, and the female, and Tana is still captured by him, and he's like, "Oh no, I gotta save my girlfriend," and just, like it actually has a pretty decent. I mean, the storyline is very simple, but the characters and the world he lives in are so much. It's so fun and vibrant.
All right, you want to go do the next one? I think you did play this one.
What?
Alan Wake.
Yeah, Alan Wake.
I mean, very obviously inspired by Silent Hill 2.
That takes place in Washington State, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, yeah,
it
'cause-
seemed Pacific Northwest.
No, yeah, like when I was stationed in Bremer, when I was stationed there, it looks just like it.
Yeah, it's definitely Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, the Pacific North. When I was stationed there, it's got very lush green forests, very rolling.
Yeah, I like
meadows.
the Seattle area.
I don't know, dude. Seattle. When we went there, it was kind of it was a little dodgy.
I mean, that's not necessarily the city itself, which it's an okay city. I like the Pike's Place or whatever, but
Pike's Place was fun.
I like the outskirts. Like I remember I went hiking at the Mount Rainier when I was like 13. We actually I went to my very first convention in Seattle.
Yes. So Alan Wake, it's a great game. I think the mechanics are a little. I think the whole light mechanics can be a little repetitive, but I think
even on the remaster, I feel you.
But I think so. I think in terms of its gameplay, it could get a little repetitive. But I think the rest of the game, it's phenomenal. It looks great. The storyline is really solid. It's actually I like how it tried to do something a little different besides just try to do something different besides Resident Evil or Silent Hill.
And I still got to play. I think I'm going to do a Let's Play of Alan Wake 2 because I have that game and
I heard Alan Wake 2 is just everything the first game is, but just better.
I've heard it's phenomenal.
I heard it's like it was contender for like Game of the Year. Or something.
I think it got nominated.
I mean, it didn't win, but the fact that it got nominated, like a horror game that got nominated.
And Alan Wake himself, I mean, he's like a fucking carbon copy of what's his name from we were just playing Silent Hill 2.
James.
Yeah.
James Sunderland. James Sunderland
is the OG. Where's my wife? Like he's mascot.
He's not the OG because Mario is.
Yeah, but I mean like the gritty
But the gritty,
35-year-old fucking.
Actually, dude, he's actually younger than you in that game.
In Silent Hill?
Yeah, he's 28.
Oh shit, that's
James is only 28.
That doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, he's only 28.
Damn, man. That's weird.
And I'm 32.
And Leon, I remember in like Resident Evil 2, he's only supposed to be like 23 or some shit.
It's his first day on the job.
That's weird to me.
It is.
Even like Resident Evil 4 is what, like a few years later?
8 years. 6 or 8 years have passed since that.
So it's like we're like the same fucking age. I'm the same age as Leon in Resident Evil 4.
You're older than James in Silent Hill 2.
Oof, that stings, man.
Yeah. Like you really hit.
Where's my fucking? I'm just kidding. I don't want one.
We actually, it's one of those weird moments where you're actually playing as video game characters that are younger than you.
I know, because you grow up playing. We grew up playing video games, and the characters are always older than us, unless it's like a little like indie
unless it's
game,
like Rugrats or something.
Little Nightmares or some shit. Yeah, where you're literally playing as a little kid.
But like when you're like when the character is an adult and you're older than said adult, it's a bit of a wake up call.
Yeah, it starts to get weird, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Gotta make your own adventures.
Yes, you do. So do tell, who else is a wife to save from the clutches of evil?
I'll make this one fast because it's not really... It's semi-relevant, but not really. The first Max Payne game, your wife and baby daughter get murdered.
I feel like Max Payne is just so serious and gritty. It's comedic. Like
well, that's the point, kind of.
No, it's just like... I feel like at a certain point, if you're just so like dark and dreary, it kind of just becomes comedic. Like
I think that's deliberate.
Okay,
yeah, throughout the whole series, I love it for that.
I feel like at a certain point, it just like it becomes a parody.
And like Max Payne 3, there's just so many scenes.
I played that one.
He's stumbling over, drinking so much fucking whiskey, and just like taking painkillers and just like jumping at helicopters while he's doing it.
And he always has these like really stupid quips to say. He's like, say what you will about capitalism, but you get what you pay for. Oh yeah, Max Payne. I only ever played the third one.
3 is awesome.
But no, yeah, like just I feel like he's just.
But I think they're remaking 1 and 2. I love Max Payne 2 and 3. 1 is okay.
I mean, it's the first game.
It's alright. But like in the very beginning, everybody hates those fucking dream sequences where you gotta follow the red line. That was a fucking nightmare. And I played that on console because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You gotta play those on PC so you can like revert save.
Yep, I wouldn't know anything about that. I have never been a PC gamer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Steam Deck though. I don't know if that counts.
I heard that's a good purchase.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that eventually.
No, it counts.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a Steam Deck.
Isaac Clarke, Dead Space. You're looking for Nicole.
Yeah, looking for Nicole, and you're going through this complete shit show of a ship.
That was just his girlfriend, right? Was that his wife? I don't remember.
Girlfriend or wife doesn't really matter.
The remake was so good.
You're going to save the woman you love. No, I really... So here's the thing. I really liked the first Dead Space. Even when it came out in the 360 era. But for some reason, I just never got around to playing the sequels, but I heard they weren't as good anyway.
No, Dead Space 2 is arguably better than the first.
Okay, I heard Dead Space 3 was a letdown.
Dead Space 3 is not like a total piece of shit, but it's like... It's fun enough to like play as co-op with a buddy, because it was kind of designed to be that way. It's one of those games back during that era where it was almost insulting you by design for not having a friend to play with.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But here's something interesting.
But it was overall, it was like a 7 maybe at best.
It's still not terrible.
It was good, but considering the first 2 are like 9, not 10.
So again, when I played Dead Space, this was like 2009, right?
Oh man, at least. Yeah.
So I was like 16, 17 at most.
Yeah.
I remember.
Like I wasn't old enough to buy it myself. I remember.
Yeah, no, like I remember at that age, like, I was just like, oh my god. Wait, I mean, do we have to dance around this spoiler either?
Oh, the Nicole is dead?
Oh, okay, I guess not.
No, I'll just put spoilers in the fucking, like...
So point being, I remember how shocked I was, like, oh my god, she's already dead.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
No, I know, it's a good twist.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Silent Hill 2 did it first. Actually, I'm trying to think. Did I play Silent Hill 2 before I played Dead Space?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, they, whatchamacallit, they allude to it throughout the game. You don't entirely pick up on, and it's also in the chapter.
Yes, all the chapters abbreviate Nicole is dead.
Yeah, and it's like, just Isaac is like slowly losing his mind throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so like... what you call it though, but no, yeah, like when that was like the first game I ever played that I can remember where like you save the girl but you can't save her. I felt so heartbroken.
I know, right? It's like, fuck, dude, she's gone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Gears of War 2, same thing. It's like, damn, you don't want to save her, bro. You gotta put her out of her fucking misery.
Yeah, real quick. Oh, actually, you know what? This counts. And you got 2 for the price of 1. King Kong the game. Jack's trying to save Ann, and so is Kong.
Oh shit, you're both trying to save Bay with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's a reverse of Donkey Kong. Now you're the monkey actually trying to save her.
I would do that.
That game needs to be put on modern consoles.
It's a good game
immediately. Yeah. That is the best video. That's the best movie licensed game I've ever played.
Yeah, it is a good one. They put.
It is like
they crafted it really well.
Yeah, like the game, like Peter Jackson and them. They said they didn't just want to make a shovelware standard title. They really wanted to have a hands-on approach. Really make it fleshed out. Make it feel like there was time, effort, and passion for this.
Yeah.
And it like the game for its time, it looks great. All the voice actors are back, and the music is phenomenal. I actually like it more than the movie, to be honest.
The game is better than the movie. And the movie's okay.
The movie.
It's all right.
Like the movie, it's an hour too long.
Yeah.
It's an hour too long, but the effects are still great.
I remember it just takes forever for them to get to that fucking island.
They easily could have cut an hour of that. It would have been better. But yeah, I'd say King Kong. That's like one of my favorite Save Bay games.
Yeah, I would say one of my. It's not one of my favorites, but I just I love how they do it in the Darkness 2. You play as the he's not the boss per se from what I remember, and I played this so long ago in high school. Mm-hmm. I'm just riffing by memory. I just remember like Jackie, you play as him, and your girlfriend's either dead or you think you're going crazy because it keeps going back and forth to the mental asylum, but you're not because it's just the darkness playing tricks on you. Mm-hmm. And the darkness is kind of like, I don't know too much about Venom, but it's like it gives you powers, but it also fucks with your head.
I never played. I only ever saw the trailer. My friend in high school really liked it though.
Yeah, I don't know too much, but it's kind of like that. But he harnesses that power to like fight for good or whatever. And his hot Guidette girlfriend is out there.
I'm sorry to tell you, bro, but the Italian mob has long since been
dismantled,
sidelined.
I'm trying to remember. Like it was a while ago that I played this game. He's just madly in love with his. Whatever the fuck her name was. I don't remember. There was just a lot of like hallucination sequences and...
I'm just wondering, does Resident Evil 4 count in this realm of Save Bay?
Nah, because that's not his love interest.
No, it's just his assignment.
Yeah, he's just his mission. I got like all the Super Mario, Sunshine Galaxy, 64 Odyssey. It's just so objective.
So I think I've mentioned before in a previous... The only Mario game I've ever played is Mario 64.
That's crazy.
I am not a Mario fan.
That's crazy.
I never really have been.
To each their own.
I mean, I'm a big fan of that game.
Yeah.
But I never owned a Nintendo console until like recently.
It's always just Save Bay. I mean, keep it simple, right?
Well, like Mario, it's not really known for its narrative.
For its just deep narrative. Although Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. I only played the original Paper Mario, but I know the 1,000-Year Door is considered like really. It's got surprisingly strong storytelling aspects and narrative in it. What else we got here? Shadows of the Dam. That was a good game.
I never played it.
You play as his name. His name is Garcia fucking Hotspur. Like I remember,
That's actually his legal name, isn't it?
There was like a cutscene I remember, like relatively early on, where you go to your tombstone. You see it as like a because you're in hell. You're like fighting demons and shit to get save your girlfriend from hell kind of thing, and you see your tombstone and it actually says Garcia fucking in like brackets Hotspur.
Is that his legal name?
I think so.
Wow, it's amazing. Must be French. There's another one that I didn't think of until just now. I mean, I'd say it counts. Shadow of the Colossus.
I was thinking that, yeah. I mean, it's not really like where's my girlfriend. It's almost like how to resuscitate my girlfriend.
Basically, the whole
eco even.
I mean, like again, we can kind of. It's not about where. It's just like save bay.
Save bay.
Yeah, like I'd say like that's the whole.
Where's my fucking?
Where's my wife / save bay? Let's just. So here's the thing. I think aesthetically, aesthetically, I think Shadow of the Colossus is one of the most beautiful games ever crafted. It looks phenomenal. There's a few issues I have with it in terms of its camera, its parkour mechanics.
Yeah, it's wonky as shit.
It's a little wonky.
I mean, I love that game, but
I appreciate the simplicity of it. Like it's literally just sword and slingshot, and that's it. Or not slingshot, crossbow or arrow.
In terms of combat, yeah.
Yeah, it's exceedingly simple. It doesn't take that long to do, but it's also a pretty barren game. Like
it's supposed to be. You're hunting them down one by one.
Yeah, so it's just like it's a very large game, but it's also a very empty game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're all just basically different battlegrounds. They're only just
So what I'm saying though is that like it's an older title, so that's why it can be excused. But for somebody who's never played it,
yeah,
they would like just given the way of things now, they would think like, oh wow, there's probably gonna be all these side quests and
not at all. Not even one.
No, there isn't.
Mm-mm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, you can go look for those like little hidden shrine things. I think from what I remember, but that's not really much of a side mission.
No, it's not. I'm just saying like just with today's perspective.
Yeah, it doesn't overwhelm you with anything. There's just one mission.
Yeah, but like
slam on.
But like again, like a youngin would just look at this like, wow, I wonder all this stuff I'm gonna do.
Especially on a remaster, because you're like, oh shit, this game's this old.
Yeah. But I would say Shadow of the Colossus, it's a great game that could have been excellent if there was just a few tweaks.
Yeah, I mean, even with the remaster, like they probably could have made the camera a little better, but they still kind of had it be a little floaty.
Yeah.
John Marston, Red Dead Redemption 1. Where's my fucking wife and kid?
I've never played Red Dead.
That's basically what the driving force behind his
my coworker.
His character's motive. The whole game is just like my wife. The government has her.
My coworker Jake. He's only 19. He says it's the greatest game he's ever played.
Red Dead 1.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking great game.
I mean, they're both great games. Like I've said before.
Red Dead 2 is far and beyond.
I've heard all across the board, objectively, it is superior in every way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so much bigger and has more to offer. But like the first game is good.
I can't
it's just
do it.
Compared to it. Like I remember when Red Dead 1 came out, and I was just like, this game is huge. And then I played Red Dead 2. Obviously, this game was just fucking such a spectacle. And then I went back and replayed Red Dead 1. I'm like, wow, this game's pretty small.
Okay, so have you played any of the GTA games, like, meaningfully?
Yeah, I've played most of them. Vice City, San Andreas, 4, 5.
Are there any where it's like Save Bay, but it's like a pimp saving his prostitute?
I think there's a few missions in 4 where you have to, like, Nico has to, like, get his... I forget if it was... No, it was. She turned out to be like a federal agent or something. I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah, just like we're a rival pimp. Like it's.
Most of them aren't like married or have like they.
It's all complete. Like I would imagine it'd be all completely for laughs. Like basically, there's a rival pimp that's kidnapping your, prostitutes, and you gotta go save them.
Well, I remember there was one stupid mission in GTA 5 where like your Michael's wife was like they alluded to him possibly. She was cheating on him with the fucking yoga guy.
I haven't played.
And you had to like do stupid like yoga with the. It was dumb. Yeah, like the game starts out with you in like couples therapy.
That's beautiful. What about Saints Row? I'd imagine Saints Row would have something funny like that. I only ever played Saints Row 2, and I'm just like, this is literally just poor man's GTA.
Yeah, pretty much. It has some funny writing though.
No, like
I remember it has some funny jokes in it.
Oh yeah, it's just like Saints Row 2. I really feel like it's just we have GTA at home.
Well, there was one mission I think in Saints Row 4 because you play as the president.
Yes.
And there was one mission you got to do if you want to like romance everyone in your group, and I remember I did all of them. I did the first one specifically so I could romance Keith David in the game.
Keith David?
Yeah.
Who's Keith David?
He's the actor that plays the Arbiter in Halo. I know that. He's got a very distinct voice.
I've only ever played...
I think he was in one of those Call of Duty games, the Sergeant dude in Modern Warfare.
Oh, Sergeant Fully?
Yeah, that was him too.
That guy. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, he plays himself in Saints Row 4, and you can have sex with him. You can have sex with everybody in that game, I think.
That I did not need to know.
Just going into it, like when you play it eventually. There's something about Saints Row 4, like it's so over the top and like so stupid, but it's like, I enjoy it, but it's almost like so unbalanced that I can't get myself to finish it.
It's kind of like it's so preposterous, like it's kind of like perplexingly, it's so preposterous. It's hard to take serious.
Well, after a while, you get so early on, you
get burnt out.
You're already so overpowered from the beginning that it's almost like hard to appreciate any of the powers or upgrades you get because it's like it's almost that's kind of how I felt with Prototype too. I'm just like, this is too much. Like I just got burnt out from it really quick, and I liked Saints Row 3 a lot. I finished that one. And it was equally as retarded. It was like fucking you play as a toilet beating people to death with like a giant purple dildo.
Basically, like it knew it wasn't going to be able to top GTA, so it's just like we'll go our own way. But I feel like it just if it gets too silly, it burns itself out. You can't keep that fuse lit for that long. Yeah,
it was almost too.
It's too silly.
You can be too silly. That's not the issue. I think it's just mechanically, like, you're given too much power, and there's just so much of a fucking imbalance. Like, it's awesome, but it's also, like, it's not balanced enough mechanically to make a fun, like, 8 to 10 hour sandbox game. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I gotta try it again at some point. I always find myself, like, I've started Saints Row 4 on 3 separate occasions, and I don't make it past a few hours.
I've only ever played Saints Row 2 at my friend's house, and I just thought it was poor man's GTA.
That's essentially, yeah. And then they did that god-awful, I almost forgot, they did that really bad remake that everybody hated. I think it killed the company.
That's rough.
Yeah. So all their wives left them. And they're all like, where's my wife? It's like, you fucked up, man. You made a shitty game.
You fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Can't be doing that.
Okay, so I don't know if this really counts because it's not the main objective, but it's an objective, so does it count?
Yes.
Okay. In SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. What?
I'm sorry, I didn't. Go ahead.
In SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, you can play as a wrestler or create whatever, and basically, I forget which diva it is. I think it's like, who the heck is it? I don't know if it's Lita. Point being, you develop a romance with one of the divas.
Have we really run out this quickly?
And what do you call it? That big, bald wrestler Kane, he tries to steal your girl.
Oh, shit.
And make her his bride.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, it counts.
It does.
That was impressive. You're able to like tie that in somehow.
Yeah.
But wait, did we really go through the whole list? Well, okay. I liked how you said Crash.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of another one. There's rescue your girlfriend. I mean, there's definitely certain points throughout Uncharted where like you have to rescue Elena.
But she's a bad bitch though. She can take care of herself.
She is a bad bitch. Yeah, she can handle her own. But I think that's what the game shows you. You know, It kind of reminds you of that. Yeah, Max Payne 2. You do have to save Mona Sachs. That's right. She's a bad bitch. And you play as her too. You switch to her and save Max. You got to cover him with as like a sniper. The sexy sniper chick trope is like Man, that we could make a whole episode on that.
And 90% of them are from Eastern Europe.
Yeah, just thinking like Widowmaker, Mona Sachs.
Natalia from...
The chick from Metro, when you play as her. Your girlfriend.
I like those games.
They're good. I love Metro.
I gotta play the third one still.
Dead Island. The fuck?
That game was announced when I was... Wasn't there Dead Island 2?
Yeah. Apparently people like that one.
That game was announced when I was a senior in high school. It didn't come out till after I graduated college and I was in the
Oh
Navy.
shit, Far Cry 3. Yeah, Jason, you try to save your girlfriend. I mean, you're saving all your friends, but most importantly, you're saving your girlfriend.
So Far Cry 3, I played it at your house and I thought it was good, but I didn't really like... I think we just bullshitted for like maybe an hour or two. We didn't really like play the like story.
That's a good game. I mean, it's definitely one that like the first half is significantly better than the second half because of the main villain. But
it's Vaz, yeah.
He's a Vaz, yeah. He's Vaz.
Vaz, yeah.
Yeah,
Vaz,
Vaz is an iconic villain, and man, they really fumbled when they did what they did in that. Because I don't think they realized how good they had it. I was like, dude, you should have rewritten this to like have him throughout the whole thing. Because in Far Cry 4, I forget what the dude's name is. It's like Pagan.
It's I think it's Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Yeah, that guy from Far Cry 4 in the pink suit. Like he's throughout the whole thing. And Far Cry 4 actually has like one of my favorite endings to a video game. And we already said spoilers in the beginning of this, so fuck it.
Dude, isn't it over 10 years old at this
point?
point?
Old as shit, bro. It's ancient at this point. Yeah. But Far Cry 4, there's one, because there's like 3 or 4 different endings, but the definitive ending in my mind is the one where he's like, you finally, he gives you the country. And he's like, all right, the land is yours, but I'm keeping the helicopter. And he just flies off and it plays fucking, should I stay or should I go? I'm like, that was awesome. I loved it. I think they tried to save face with him as like the charismatic villain in the next game because they're like, fuck, we should not have killed off Voss that quickly.
They brought him back.
Well, yeah, you could do whatever now, but it's too little too late, right?
Yeah.
We have Prince of Persia. Yeah, that's true.
I never played that.
Same at the time. It's one of my favorite games. Bioshock Infinite. Yeah, rescuing a... Yeah, she's not Bae, though.
That's your daughter.
I forgot that.
Yeah, bro.
That is your daughter.
That's your daughter, man.
Because your father Cumsock or whatever, right?
Comstock, not Cumsuck.
Azura's Wrath. I never played that. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. That game is way too big. Oh, yeah. No, but that's your daughter. No. Only girlfriends and wives.
Emphasis. No daughters.
No daughters.
Bro.
It said Resident Evil 7 like fucking 4 times now. Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I never played that.
That's also your daughter.
Gross, dude. You don't do that in God of War. Your wife's fucking dead. You're bringing her ashes up to the mountain.
In the first one?
No, in the new one. No, in the original one, they're fucking dead too.
I know. That's why I was confused.
Kratos fucking killed them, and their ashes are now stuck to his skin. That's why he's albino.
Yeah.
God, imagine that. No wonder he's so pissed off.
I feel like...
Oh, A Way Out. Leo trying to reunite with his wife and child. That was a good game.
It was, but you're not really trying to save her. You're working with her.
That's true.
Oh, wait, hold up. Are we talking... Wait, hang on.
No, Leo is like the...
Are we talking about A Way Out or It Takes Two? I'm sorry.
No, A Way Out, the prison one.
Okay. Try to save her?
We were trying to, like, reunite with her.
I don't know.
Where's my fucking wife?
I really liked A Way Out.
I didn't realize that Joseph Fares, who I love, by the way, you're awesome, man, from Hazelight Studios, he actually, it's like a self-insert. The guy in the game is him.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. Anyway, sorry about our technical difficulties and amateur podcasting abilities, but like I said, we're getting better. Right, Phil?
Yes. Next order of business. Get a camera.
Get a camera, and then we'll figure out the mic situation.
Yes.
This podcast, like everything,
Mic
down to
the situation.
just like everything down to like.
See what I did there?
Huh?
Mic the situation.
Oh shit!
Terrible show. But do go on. I apologize.
Great show.
No,
but
I don't claim them.
whatchamacallit? equipment, you always got to be equipment ready before anything, because it always takes longer to set up than you think it will.
Yes.
So don't go into like Let's Plays and live streaming thinking it's easy breezy. Like, yeah, it's an easy thing to do overall once it's set up, but to arrive at that point, anyway, we like video games, play rated games. Each and every week more, we're gonna do this. We're gonna probably come out with these every, what's today?
Today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday. So this is probably up by Sunday. Yeah, I say we just upload them every Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do Sundays for now, and we'll see how that works out for the next few months. But yeah, keep playing, keep gaming.
Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.
Take it easy.